Hello, I'm Sean Sands from GamersWithJobs.com and the Gamers with Jobs conference call back for more Burgundarian Conquest. Provence is no longer a valid rival for us. I'll check through all these in a minute. It's been a few days since I've played, so I have to kind of catch back up with myself and figure out what was I doing. I remember we cut France in half. We had Provence down to nothing. I think the next thing I was planning to do is probably take on Brittany, as I recall. Papal States and Gelry. Yeah, I think that's... How's my aggressive expansion doing? Always have to try and remember where that is. Coalition. So France has got a problem with us. No surprise there. Laurent, Alsace, Trier. The HRE is getting a little miffed at me. Aragon's got its concerns. Castile's fine. Austria's fine. Yeah, we're probably going to want to burn some of that off. So we got our better relations guy, which is good. We're making a ton of... Why am I... how is our unrest? There's an unrest thing, isn't there? Unrest. All good, except for here and here, which is not a huge surprise. So I think maybe... Can we afford the tax modifier guy? 9-3. Ooh, really... Wow, we're getting killed on... Why is that so low? Oh, are we annexing somebody? That's right, we're integrating... Brabant? Wow, I gotta catch up here. Okay, it's been a few days. So we are integrating Brabant, and we're very close to that, which is going to tick the HRE off even more. We've got... we'll do that in a second once we have some diplomats back from their various jobs. This agent was discovered, so you can see once the agent is discovered, the estimated completion date just keeps going up. If they weren't discovered, it would end on November 1st, but because they're discovered, they go much slower. I almost wouldn't be surprised if Brabant finishes being annexed before we complete our fabrication of claims. I think, who's Milan allied with? Yeah, I think they would make a good new rival for us now that we can no longer have Provence. So we'll begin fabricating on them soon, since they are no longer in the HRE or protected. Know about the provincial unrest. Oh, here we go. We can get new infantry and upgrade that. Diplotech will need to wait a little bit. Nice. I want... I'm more likely to... I feel like these days I'm more likely to attack than defend. So I'll get the 2 pips in shock value. And Brabant is part of our glorious nation. We'll be able to upgrade. So that puts us slightly over the force limit. Let's keep the Cav. Get rid of these guys. Move them over here. We'll just make a giant army for now. We can now move from a duchy to a kingdom. Gain 10 prestige. Do we have a mission? What's our mission? Vassalize Iran, not doing that. Not really becoming paper. Okay, we're still holding off on that. Got a bunch of claims. Good. Disputed succession. I don't care about any of them. So we're making 9, 7, and 7. Oh yeah, we can repay that loan. Do we have other loans? Oh, that's our only loan. We can revoke this. Oh, we could just randomly lose a stability. Which of these fabulous choices? Oh, Comet. Devil's Kith and Kin. I like that option. That one makes me smile. Still the same, yeah. Who needs control? Clergy. I think there's nobody here who's going to be a different religion. But I could use that to drop unrest. No, the bourgeoisie is already there. Nobility is already there. Nowhere else has any unrest. Let's Let's see. Nevers, maybe? Doesn't really give me much. Except just a bunch of autonomy in that region, but it's not, yeah, I mean, I gotta put it somewhere. I haven't really come up with how to make really great decisions. Like, it's fine if you know you want to convert a certain land or reduce its autonomy. That's a good place for clergy. Outside, and nobility, you know, wherever your manpower is really strong, and the burghers in bourgeoisie in wherever you want more trade power. But if those options aren't easily available, I haven't come up with a good way to pick after that. We can go to duchy, which is nice, or kingdom. Still making a ton of money. Let's just get some guys. I like morale. Always like more morale. And prestige or tax modifier? Probably tax modifier. 5.5. Yeah, we can afford that. What idea did we choose? Yeah, we're not going to be able to get much in Diplo for a while. I'd like to get that Diplo relations guy instead. We may switch that out. We may go with the 2 in... Well, we could just focus on Diplo power for now. We don't have a good heir yet. We need an heir. I think I'd rather finish these defensive ideas before I switch my focus yet. I like having it... I find myself doing that less and less unless there's a really obvious gap. Like if this was a 4-4-0, I think then I would switch my national focus to military, or, you know, 404, you know, here, particularly if I had an idea group. But I've got 2 separate idea groups, both that I'm interested in. I've got defensive ideas, I got diplomatic ideas. I never run out of a use for admin power. That's almost never the one that becomes the barrier for me. We should be doing stuff with our diplomats here. I'm keeping the game going, just again kind of burning off that aggressive expansion in the background. Maybe Lyonnais. We should get some claims down here in Milan. 331. He shall be called Keith. His name is Keith de Bourgonais. Baby Keith. So Holland, yeah, they've annexed, you know, so it's going to be a little while till we can get them back in our good graces, which is fine. We don't want to have to spend a bunch of Diplo power on annexing again for a little while. But we do have a Diplo slot. That's right, because we don't have Brabant anymore, which means we could think about another ally. We know we're probably going to fight the Papal State soon in Gelry and Siena. Yeah, sure. Good grief. Yeah, fine, guys. Come on through. Aragon? Aragon could be good. Steal Portugal and Siena. Yeah. Let's get Aragon on our side. Come back from Flanders. Probably get back into a war in a little bit here, but I'm not in a gigantic rush to do that. Sure. Because they're allied, right? They're allied with Castile. So we're not going to, yeah. We're not going to have to choose down here anytime soon. There's not likely one of them will drag us into a war with the other. So I think a marriage makes sense for now. Just really even more solidifies our position. We're, I don't want Austria to be upset with us. Austria's pretty happy with us. They're happy with us. They're happy with us. So we've got good relations with all of our allies, which is nice. We've got enough favor. Well, obviously not with them, but even, yeah, I think we'll boost our trust with Castile. We got enough favors that we can call them into war when we get to that point if we need to. Bourgeoisie gains 10 influence. Well, that's fine. Will this increase development costs and trade efficiency 7, 5, and 15? Yeah. That's not necessarily bad. Getting that influence event isn't necessarily a bad thing. You always want to be careful it doesn't go above 80, because really bad things happen if it does that. But influence increases the power. So I understand estates a little better now. Loyalty increases the what will trigger. So below 30, bad things happen. Between 30 and 60, you get some basic, like trade efficiency. It won't always be 20 plus 20%. The magnitude of the impact of these modifiers is based on influence, not loyalty. Loyalty is just which ones are active. So because my loyalty is 70%, I get development cost and trade efficiency. It doesn't guarantee these numbers. Like if my influence was 5%, I'd still have development cost and trade efficiency, but this would probably be like minus 0.25 and plus 5%. The influence determines how much it is. So because only 46% here, my national tax modifiers only increased by 15%. If I had 60% influence, this would be plus 20%, regardless of where the loyalty is. And territory is just, it's sort of a balance thing there. So I could get, better manpower recovery speed and a greater discount on land maintenance, not by increasing loyalty now, but by increasing their influence. Which you could do just to sort of check in on it, which makes things like this, nobility loses 5 or nobility gains 5 and we lose some prestige. We're really super high on prestige now. I'm not worried about that. So it changes, the outlook on something like this. Again, I could lose 5 prestige and I would gain even more loyalty and influence. And then potentially even, raise levies if I needed to, which I don't. But something like this, I could gain a general. But increasing that influence would increase these modifiers. So there's actually more of a benefit than it at first looks like. It looks like a give and take, right? You lose 5 prestige, you can gain 10 loyalty, which can give you new modifiers, but it looks like the gain 10 influence is the downside of it, because then you're ever closer to that precipice of 80% and the bad things that happen there. But actually, it's not necessarily bad, because you could want that 10 influence, because then if I got that right here, it would increase my loyalty, which is great. It would just solidify that the nobility won't lose these modifiers. But that 10 influence would make this plus 20 and minus 10%, which isn't bad. If in other situations, I'd probably be doing that right now. Gascony. So that's an interesting. No, unacceptable. Must be ours. Yes, the ongoing struggle with the fact that England remains stubbornly allied with Austria. We will resolve that at some point, but I'm not that worried. Oh, England declared war on France. Does that put them at war? No, it just puts them at war with Utrecht. It would be nice if France and Austria were allied. Of course, Utrecht. So I wonder what are they looking to take? Alencon. They'll probably take Alencon and maybe, let's see, what else do they want? Alencon, and maybe they can't get Poitou. So they may just take that and Perigord, which is fine. Our truce with them doesn't end till 1516, so only 7 years. Should think about hitting Brittany pretty soon here. How are we doing on is that going down forward? I don't care how much France has. Still up. It's not terrible now over here. This has come down a lot. Austria's down to 0. Castile's down to 0. Aragon won't be much of a concern now that they're our ally. We can get trade range, naval morale, and docks. Let's go ahead and do that now. 90 ahead of time. We could get fort maintenance and fort defense. Wouldn't be bad. I don't really care about mercenary cost. I like yearly prestige. I like discipline plus 5. I like trade efficiency. Tolerance of heretics may come into play during the Protestant Reformation. Manpower modifier, trade steering. We need to have. We'll probably have to get trade ideas at some point. Burgundy is very much, you know, is ready to be played as a heavy trade nation. Let's see. Can't get any more claims on you. I can get claims on maybe Perigord. I'd like to try and block off the English if I can. Yeah. Ugh. Actually, I shouldn't have let. Actually, I'm not going to let Utrecht have any more. I want to try and make that more difficult for them to traverse my territory. So I'm going to... oh, and because they're sitting there, they're camping there, I can't end that until they leave. Which maybe now. Go, go, shoot, shoot! It will trap France's forces up here. But that stack won't be big enough. 8, 9, 10. No, that'll be 10 regiments. And Paris's fort will require... it's a level 2 fort. So I think that'll mean it'll need either 6... it only needs 6 or 9 regiments to siege it up. So hopefully France can bring some power back down here. At least be an inconvenience for him. Yeah, come on. Hopefully they'll go through my territory. Well, I like this because they'll have more. No, don't go into my territory. Okay, then keep going. Oh, this is bad. Come on, come on. Go south. Don't go north. Go south. Ugh. All right, you go south. They may take Paris, but... okay. Can I trap that stack? Oh, no, you don't, Utrecht. Yeah, revoke military access. They don't have military access. They don't. Okay, so he should not be able to enter my land now. I can't see how he would have access. Since is that all the players in this? England and France and Utrecht are the only countries currently in that war. None of them now have access through my territory. See, if one of them has access, all of them have access. Let's see what happens. I know they could... nope, they froze. Good. All right. So, if you could get your guys together, why is England killing in this battle? All right. So France will win this battle here. No, you may not. Good. France will win that battle. England will get kicked back to Gascony. And actually, this may give England a chance, or France a chance to even out this war. I'm trying to thwart England here from gaining more ground. I would like them to lose this war against France. So now what England can do is bring their ships and then drop off their troops, which is the only way they'll be able to get around. But that'll just sort of stymie the war and might give France a chance to siege some stuff up down here. Yep, that's 6. They only need 6 regiments to siege that up. Now, England's going to siege down Paris, and they've got their war goal of Alencon, which is why I had originally hoped this larger stack had stayed down here. All right. If we go to war with Provence, that shouldn't change the access for them because none of the players in that war will be... it's unrelated. So I think we're about ready to go to war here with Brittany. To take Anjou and maybe Nantes. Which one's going to be more expensive? Oh, they're both going to be super expensive. 234, 243. Ugh, doesn't really matter. So I think we'll go for Anjou. It's always been the plan. I've always kind of wanted it. Let's see. I have cloth, but this actually has an equally valuable thing. Trade power of 29, trade power of 5.2. Maybe we will go with knits. Nantes. Though, does that get a bonus because it's their capital? No, it's an estuary. And it's a port. Yeah, I think we'll go for Nantes. Nantes. I'm not sure. Declare war. None of our allies would join. War exhaustion. Don't owe us favors. Our diplomatic reputation is low. Gelry and the Papal States are not going to be a huge concern, and we can kind of take them a bit at a time. Does one of my guys have... Do I have a claim on Gelry? That would be awfully tempting. Let's go ahead and get a claim on Gelry just in case. Don't know if we'll end up taking it just because of that additional aggressive expansion. No, you never can have too much money. Gascony, rival of our rival. Genoa? What's Genoa's feeling on us? Oh, Genoa loves us. Well, we'll start that after we start the war. Nantes. Attack. We go in. All right. And hopefully nothing unexpected happens. Good, good. Okay, so we're gonna detach a siege and detach a siege, and we can't get there yet, so we'll just come down here. Does this guy have a siege pip? Yeah. We'll take him here. No. Let's start getting war score. And we'll take these and also send those here. And we'll send these guys over here. Just kind of to balance the troops. Want to make sure all the cannons are in the war. All right. And somebody up there getting Gelry together? No? No? Didn't seem like an important... Okay, cool. I mean, you could have. You could have done that. Well, let's go back. Come on, attach to me. You guys, what are you doing? Do I have another... Seems like I have room for... Yeah, let's get another general. Maybe they do have access. Why do I have access through France? Did one of my guys get access through them? Let's see how that goes. Looks like we got that in good order. And we'll go seize down Gelry. Alright, well, this war may end up costing France its war after all. Hard to say. Oh. I don't think we're going to do much with the Papal State here. What is it? Are they boarding a ship? They don't seem to be able to cross my land, which is as expected. France is winning some battles down here. They're minus 42, but they're not going to get just completely eaten. Okay, so England is returning. So in that case, I now am going to offer military access to France. So maybe they can go back and siege down their capital. Strategic. Hopefully. France down here, yep, they're attacking. They have 10,000, about 13,000 troops. Where are you going? Papal State is at war with Hungary as well. I might be able to, let's see. Bring these guys together. Go take down Brittany's last fort. No, yep, England transported its troops anyway. France, go get Paris. Go get Paris. Yeah. So there was just no preventing England from dominating this war. Slowed him down. Maybe got a little extra war exhaustion, but probably didn't change the course of anything. Will I be able to go down here? Yeah, I will. We'll get them here. Attach a siege up here. Yeah, that's just bad news for France top to bottom. Now we need to make sure England doesn't eat them up so that we can still vassalize France at some point. But I mean, it's not even going to be close. That's a couple of wars away. Their total province score worth is 224. Yeah, a ton. So they're nowhere near being consumed. All right, if I sued for peace and took Gelry, yeah, as expected, that would just trigger all kinds of bad. I don't think that's going to happen. Let's just update our relations with everyone. Oh, I forgot Genoa. Genoa, I'm sorry. Rather get them happy before we get a bunch of aggressive expansion, too. I like how Austria's been kind of on pause here for a bit. I'm looking forward to getting them in a war with Milan. Yeah. France is just in bad trouble over here. Not so interested in taking anything from the Papal State as much as I am just getting them out of the war. Because wonder if they're there. Wonder if they're there. There. Word means nothing to me now. Nope, but they will be soon. So as we wrap down this latest, oh my god, how long has that been sitting there? Peace offer from Grelry, nope. Admin power. Probably ought to think about the best spend for that would be these two provinces. I don't want to just buy that down. We're still a long way from our next upgrade. All right, so we'll tackle that in the next episode. We'll wrap down this kind of war of expansion for Brittany. We'll start thinking about what comes next for Milan. And then France is back on the hot seat before we know it. What do I think about taking here? Just so I can preserve some little segment of France that England can't get to. Because England remains stubbornly dangerous. Ugh. All right. Anyway, until next time, my name is Sean Sands from GamersWithJobs.com and the Gamers with Jobs conference call. Thank you for joining me with EU4, and I will see you next time.